Welcome back to Heroes and Whiskey. We are printing our way through the D&D 5e Monster Manual, and we are all the way up to monster number 30, Grozd. Now, I have to admit, I didn't know a whole lot about Grozd before I printed this model, and if you want to see some nerds debating, then go online and search for how do you pronounce Grozd. And honestly, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly. There are different people who pronounce it different ways. Regardless, this is the Demon Prince of Indulgence, and we're pronouncing it Grozd. So this is the Grozd model from Flesh of Gods. Again, I don't know a whole lot about Grozd, and so I don't really have a strong opinion about whether this is a good Grozd model or not. Let's head on over to my mini factory and see what we can find. And so the reality is there is one Grozd on my mini factory, and it's this one that we printed. And so it is $5, it looks good, and that's why we chose it. In terms of printing, the only thing that I have to say is I think the figure was a little small for D&D scale, and so I did end up enlarging it by I think 20 or 30%. As originally designed, it looked like it was maybe just, I don't know, 6 or 7 feet, but I think Grozd is supposed to be like 9 or 10, and so I did enlarge him a little bit. So there is some really good detail in this model. I think maybe my paint job didn't quite do it justice. There's some fairly intricate designs, like on the on his armor and the knee pieces and his forearm pieces, which maybe my paint job didn't quite capture. But overall, he's a really good looking figure. Here he is standing next to Johnny Trinity. I maybe made him a little bit too large. Looks like he's probably somewhere between 10 and 12 feet here, so maybe a little big, but overall this is a really good print. In terms of resources, he was only $5 like we saw before. Because it's a fairly small figure, it only took about 3 hours. And so total cost for all of the 30 monsters that we've printed so far is $272. And we are at 5 days and just about 10 hours. And so, you remember our Baphomet was cursed? I think Grozd may also be cursed because literally while I was filming this episode, I brushed my hand across his sword and his sword broke. So, so far we are 1 for 3 with these demons printing out the way they should. So hopefully this is not a sign of things to come. But it's the Grozd from Flesh of Gods. Now he has no sword. He will pummel you with his pommel. And next up, we're looking at the gooey demon, Jewyblex.